Y'all, let me tell you how many times I've tried to make this video. I started out on TikTok and it kept closing out for some reason, and I set the intention. I was like, okay, I want to make a YouTube video today. It's been like a month. I hope you guys miss me. I miss you all. But I wanted to do a reading. I feel so blessed and so grateful that I used to think it was such a curse, but that I can feel the energy of the consciousness, that I feel so connected with the energy, the feelings, the vibrations that the universe gives us. And I used to think it was such a curse. You know, I used to hate it. I used to be like, why do I feel like this? Why am I so up and down? I've been diagnosed bipolar. I've been everyone thinks I'm any kind of way, you know, mental health. Mental health is real. Mental health is an issue. And there are severe issues that I have been through and that I go through. But I think it all comes down to being this empathic person that I am, and understanding that these feelings aren't necessarily always my own. I am a reflection. I am such a reflection of what is going on in humanity. I digress. I'm here to do a reading. I'm here to show you an example of a reading that I like to do. I'm doing a collective consciousness reading right now. I have several decks. So I have Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. And this is going to be more of a projection, or a prediction rather, of your December into the upcoming year. The Yule, I am pagan, the Yule tide that we have going into this upcoming year. And it really all begins with the Samhain, and that's Halloween for the normal folks. And so we started with the Samhain, and let me tell you, I feel like my luck, and I feel like both the magic is being restored within the universe, but then also that like the ego is slowly collapsing, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But for me and for many people who have not been focusing on themselves, who have not been doing the meditations, have been doing the spiritual work that they need to put into living a prosperous, abundant life, it's collapsing right now. What we're going through as a society, I'm not gonna say we're going downhill, we're splitting, okay, right? So here's like politics. Here's American politics, right? And then like capitalist society, it's starting to hit, it's hitting its peak. I think it's past its peak, you know what I mean? But we're headed straight downhill. And then we have the spiritual side, and we've been down, you know? We don't care about spirituality right here. We're religious, we're Christian, we're religious. And I think that's about to come to a halt as well. So I'm here as a medium, because I've been through both sides. I've been a Christian, I've been a diehard, Jesus is my life, and then I'm turning back to my soul purpose, my true self, of my higher God, of the higher God, the God within me. I am God. And I digress. I'm doing this reading today for you. So I have multiple decks. I have Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. I have a Healing Crystals Information Card deck and Oracle deck. I have the Wild Unknown Spiritual deck, Spirit Animal deck. Elements of the Source. This one I got at Meow Wolf in Colorado. This one is my favorite deck. It is so cryptic. It just leaves interpretation. It just leaves you open to interpretation, and I think it's genius. And last but not least, I do have Jesus cards. So I don't want to scare off everybody. If you are a Christian, and I don't mean to shit on Christians, I don't. I've just had a bad experience. I had a bad experience with Christianity. And in my own beliefs, the thing is, like, I'm a Jesus follower. I believe that Jesus was this human being that had this spiritual knowledge that we can all learn from. Go look at the true teachings of Jesus. There's a YouTube video, The True Teachings of Jesus. It's like a 2-hour long video. So worth it. I mean, if you're really a Christian and you really want to know Jesus, go watch that video. If you're not a Christian, go watch that video. It's very informative. It has a lot of, it just really shows the fact that spirituality has always been around. It's not a trend right now. Spirituality is an all-encompassing human consciousness of like, now I'm just rambling, right? I'm using like these big terms. What I'm trying to get at, and I'm having a hard time verbalizing myself right now. It is the true self. It is the God within that they speak about, that Jesus has always spoke about. And Christianity has just kind of fucking made this little fairy tale story about what should be happening, and they are fear-mongering always. And you can be a Jesus follower, and you can be a Christian, and you can still be a spiritual human being. But you cannot be just religious. Let me tell you here, I don't believe that you can be religious and not spiritual. They are two separate things. When you intertwine them, that's when you're on the right path. But when you are just Christian, when you are just religious, go watch The True Teachings of Jesus. All right, we're starting out with the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. I'm just looking for a God and universe come in. Please come in, and with my angels and my guides, we're going to deliver a message here today. What comes first? We have Lemuria. All right, so I feel like a lot of you are coming from a place of feeling out of sorts, feeling like you're not home, like you don't know what home is. You don't feel like you understand the life that you have been given. This is not your home. This is not our home. You're from Lemuria. Lemuria or Mu is one of Earth's lost lands, where heaven was really a place on earth, where a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal and deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us and the sun no better. And that's equality. When we talk about equality, we think we think ego. Everything that's going on in the universe right now, everything that is happening on this earth right now is ego based. So when we take away from that ego, and that's what I'm saying is what we're heading towards, we're heading towards this space that is no more ego, that is only collectiveness, that is only oneness, that is only wholeness. Perhaps you really believe that heaven can be a place on earth. Maybe you're the transition team who at a soul level is devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. I know I'm reaching the right people with this card. I know the right people are listening right now and that they want to know more. Let's go with the Spirit Animal deck. I feel like this is going to be a very specific message for a very select few of you. And if you're listening and if any of this resonates, Dragonfly. And by the way, how I shuffle these cards, I shuffle the best I can. I'm careful with the way I shuffle. But when one just falls out, when one just goes flying, that's when I know that that one's the right one that I need to talk about right now. So we have the air element here. You could be one of the air signs, Cancer, Dragonfly. Cancer's water. I need to get better at my zodiac, don't listen to me. Master of light, illusion, and of the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder. You know, dragonflies are actually very good luck symbols too. So I feel like luck is coming into your life, and more so into the new year. What I'm seeing for December for a lot of people is some hardships. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm seeing hardships for people in December and at the end of this year. And then we're coming into the year of the dragonfly, really is what this is representing, the year of luck, the year of prosperity. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind and is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, It's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Is it restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so that the inner wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful and magical. And I see that for this year. But when out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. And this card hits home to me as well. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. I'm gonna share a link. I have a good friend who does a lot of breath work, and he's beyond what any breath work practitioner I've ever seen. He is above and beyond that. He has some kind of just this knowledge, this like understanding of it that I've never seen before. We're going in with the Healing Crystal deck. And this is gonna be a lot of like what I see coming for the collectiveness in the overall, the vibe, right? The good energy, the vibe. So I'm just shuffling this deck. There are a lot of cards in here and they're very slippery, so I might get a couple. But right now, I'm not looking right now. Spirit guides, angels, God and the universe, please come in to deliver this message. What did I say? Let's see. See, only one card came out for me. I caught one card in my legs, the rest are on the floor. We have Sodalite. I am guided by logic and intuition. Logic and intuition. So that's been a key focus for me too. I go through these TikTok videos and I just receive all of this information. This information of like logic versus thinking, logic versus consciousness, logic versus subconsciousness, guidance, fruition, guidance, intuition, focus. This is the third and the throat chakras. Third eye and the throat chakras. We're looking at guidance, intuition, focus. This is gonna be the year of focus, I feel like, for a lot of us. And not focus, when I say focus, I'm like, oh, work, focus, work hard work. No, that's not it. We're looking at the focus on the self, the highest good within us, the inner God that we have within us. That's the self I'm talking about. That's the focus I'm talking about. The yoga in the morning, the focus on the routines, the rituals that you have. Get a piece of Sodalite, baby. I am guided by logic and intuition. Your intuition, your third eye, right? This is Sodalite. This is the third eye card. And the next one up, we have Lapis Lazuli. This is also a third eye. And do you see they're both blue? So the theme of this upcoming year and this upcoming December is blue. When you start focusing on the third eye, the throat, and the crown, when you start focusing on that Sodalite energy, get yourself a piece of Sodalite. It's a crystal. Start meditating with that. Start harnessing that energy. You don't actually need that. Here's a little life hack. You don't actually need the real crystal. You need to harness that energy, bring in that energy, ground yourself. And by ground yourself, I mean put your feet on the floor, in the grass, on the ground, wherever you can. And imagine you're a tree, right? And you're just digging yourself in. You're just digging your feet into the ground all the way down to the earth. I have to take a deep breath right now because I'm doing it right now. And then you visualize the highest good, that white light energy, the sun coming down into your body, and then that grounding, that weave, that what's it called? It's the infinite power. It's the infinite power. Now we're going to Elements of the Source, and this is my favorite deck. Again, I'll tell you again. Elements of the Source, and this is by, this is an oracle deck, Kenna Ross. This is an oracle deck by Kenna Ross. It can be found on several websites. However, just go straight to Meow Wolf. That place is trippy if you've ever been, if you've ever heard of it. God and universe, what are we looking for? This is coming out of nowhere. God and universe, what are we looking for? Give me a message. Thank you. Direction. Seeking out your direction. At the core, transition. We're all transitioning. We're looking for direction. You see this woman, she's looking for her direction. She has a bridge. She knows her direction. The subject, stagnation. It's time. The time for debate is over. It's time to make a decision. Choose your direction. Choose it wisely. And don't take that too seriously, because when you take it too seriously, you stop yourself. You get too analytical about the outcomes. When you choose your direction, it can change from there. This card is telling you to make a decision. Make a decision now and run with it. You go, you start moving with this vibration, and if it changes, it needs to change. I reevaluate my goals and my whole being every 2 to 3 months. I have to reevaluate everything because things change. The world is always changing. Your circumstances are always changing, and you have to be on top of that. You can never be stagnant. When I start to feel stagnant, I moved from Colorado to Florida on a whim in 2 months. I made it happen within 2 months on a whim with limited salary, with limited resources. I said, I'm moving to Florida. I chose my direction. Choose your direction. It can be revealed. The answers will be revealed to you. I hope you enjoy this reading. I am now offering readings at a discounted rate, $77.77. And that is really a lifetime of access to me. And that's what I offer to you. When you reach out to me wanting a reading and when you need answers, I'm gonna give you the answers you need to know through the help of my guides and my angels, and your guides and your angels that I'm able to contact with as well, and through Source, God, and the universe. However, like I said, life is always changing, things are always evolving, and so when you have more questions, when something else comes up, when you need more direction, I will be there for you. It is a lifetime subscription to me. I will be there for you. Go book a reading with me. What do you have to lose? I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please go check out my TikTok channel. It's Sagittarius. That's spelled Sagittarius with a Y-A, 2 S's. Y-A-S-S. I love you guys tremendously. Go in peace today. Go with love. Love yourself.